from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Alert.
Hey, hello and good evening, I guess, at this point now, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash here with you, give you your 5 o'clock update on what it is we're taking a look at across the region as our winter storm really starts to get going across the region. So if you can hear, awesome, and Liz is already on top of it. She knows that she can hear me, awesome. I'm already seeing comments about it, and yeah, it looks like many people are seeing snow now, which is good to know that we're now beginning to get there. Let's get you on over to current radar. Let's take a look at how things are currently setting up, and what we're looking at right now is this stripe of snow here, and this stripe of snow is really, we'll use yellow. It's really kind of centered right through here. Well, it's more like a stripe of preset, but where temps are now below like 36, 37, we've switched it on over to snow. And that's because this is associated with that cold front that's working on through. And now we're looking at those cold temperatures moving in. We're already down to 32 at Andrews, 34 on up towards DC. Leonardtown earlier was at 41, 42, now down to about 36. So temperatures are cooling down. And one thing I do want to show you, I need to see what the best way to do this is. I might just be bringing this bad boy over. There we go. This is our sensitive radar here. Just about the same look. It just allows us to really get inside what's going on. If we were to look in here, what I'm seeing right now, and I'm going to turn the precipitation typing off, so this will make it look like it's all rain, but it's not. What we are noticing, where you get these darker greens starting to pop, and some of these yellows. So right from about Upper Marlboro, just off the Indian Head through Pittsburgh, south of Stafford, near Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania, coming up here just west of King George, west of 301 along the Plata, then kind of following 301. This looks to be, this looks to be one of our first bands of more moderate snow setting up, and we have another band trying to set up right through here. Is this heavy snow? No. But these right now would be the two bands right now that are trying to, develop some more moderate to, I guess I would just call it moderate snow right now. And these are generally pushing to the south. There's no guarantee that they stick together or that they, hold form. Or that they're slowly moving southward. If we take off my drawing here, you can kind of see how those darker colors have been working their way south here as it renders on through. You can see how that's slowly been working its way southward. And actually the northern one here in Charles County hasn't really moved too much. So that's where that sits right now. As you just take a zoomed out version here, what we're able to see, and we'll turn temperatures off to kind of clear up the screen a little bit. Let's get our pressures on here. Let that get loaded up. What we're beginning to see is our area of low pressure, there we go, beginning to pop down here. That's going to be racing up the coast and out to sea gradually. And what we're noticing, cold fronts right through here, cold air is rushing down to the south. Behind that, really coming into our region. So what we're seeing right now isn't exactly the snow associated or that will be associated with this coastal low. What this is the snow really with the cold front that's working through. And if we were to quickly, I will bring up the hourly forecast while I get this together. If we were to bring up some of our traffic cameras, which I have somewhere over here. Okay, let me bring you on over. Then we'll really get into that hourly forecast. Let's take a look here. We'll take a look over here near Nanjemoyne. Let's just get this big screen here. You can see we're looking at snow here on some of our grassy surfaces. Not too much going on the roadways, though. So that's good news for right now, but we do have a nice coating of snow out here in Nanjemoyne. On those grassy surfaces up here near Brandywine. Let's get a look here, see what we have going on. Do we have a better camera? Is this one a little bit better for us? Yeah, here we go. This is 301 at 5. Snow coming down, and you can see again, it's really just here up along these grassy medians where we're getting that snow accumulation. Not so much on the roadways. Chesapeake Beach right now, registering a little bit of snow, but nothing here yet on the roadways. And up north, they've been looking at the snow here for a good hour or two now, maybe even a little bit longer. Yeah, we can see that falling out there. So we have that going on right now. Here's a look at that forecast here for you over the next, I don't know, let's see, 12. This is what, about 18 hours, I think. So we have that rain snow mix right now. We're definitely in that transition zone though over to all snow. And I think we're looking at all snow after sunset tonight. And then we're looking at those road conditions beginning to deteriorate later this evening around like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Heaviest snows will start to develop down to the south and east by 11, 12, 1 o'clock ish. And then we'll begin to see the snow shut off from west to east. So snow will begin to end west of I-95 around 3, along 301 around 5, along the Patuxent River at 7, and then it ends along the bay by 9. And look at 11 o'clock, gusts up to 30 to 45 miles an hour, wind chill sitting at 0 to 10 degrees. So we do still have this winter weather advisory in effect for our region locally. Already in effect. That will be going until 4 p.m. tomorrow. 1 p.m. for most of us, though. 4 p.m. down on the northern neck. Winter storm warnings on Delmarva and southern parts of the northern neck. And blizzard warnings on over towards southern Delaware, lower eastern shore, Salisbury, Ocean City area. This is a look at that final call forecast from earlier this morning. We placed that blizzard warning area up to 10 to 15 inches of snow. Southern Maryland continues to sit really kind of in between where you're seeing heavy snow and where you're seeing not too much snow. So you're going to see a quick drop off in totals. I think south of Lexington Park, south of Great Mills, this is going to be the spot where you see that shaded in pink, where you could see up to 4, 5, 6 inches of snow. Between there and about Prince Frederick and Loveville, you're looking at more like a 3 to 5. I would bank on more like a 3 to 4, maybe up to 5. And then northwest of there, you really start to drop totals off to like a 2 to 3, maybe up to 4. And then west of 301, you're looking at a general 1 to 3-ish kind of falling. And this is that impact timeline for you. What I do actually want to show you, though, is Futurecast, which I've loaded up somewhere. Let me bring you on over here. I do see a quick question about what advisory, watch, and warning means. You have different criteria for each one of those. So typically for a winter weather advisory, those will get issued when you're talking at least 2 inches of snow. And a winter storm warning generally in our area gets issued when you're talking more than 5 inches of snow. So this is how Futurecast is depicting things at 5 o'clock. So it is a little bit underdone right now, which is important to note. But as we push this forward here, as we head towards 6 o'clock, that snow becomes widespread. We're looking at more of those moderate snow setting up southeast to D.C. into southern Maryland after, or as we get close to 8 o'clock. And then those snows really begin to focus here in southern Maryland as we head towards 10, 11 o'clock. And here, it looks like the snow is getting ready to end, but our coastal low will then take over and redevelop snow here, lingering across parts of Calvert and St. Mary's County, and then eventually pushing it on out of here. This model, our Futurecast model, is trying to trend this a little bit quicker. If that were the case, we wouldn't be looking at nearly as much snow. I'll bring up how much snow it's putting down here. I can't imagine that. There we go. Yeah, its snow totals aren't general. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. Generally has like 5 inches in Salisbury, only about 6 out towards Ocean City. Lexington Park has about 1.5 inches, and Waldorf about 1. I'm not sure how true this is. I'm led to believe that it probably isn't. I'm not necessarily in the camp here with our Futurecast model, but it's definitely a possibility. Is it possible we see the snow wrap up by 2 to 3 and we're only looking at a couple of inches? 100%. But it is important to note, though, that even if it is just that small amount of snow, let me bring you back on over here, that does verify a lot of these forecast zones. I mean, I think we're in a pretty good spot to at least hit these bottom numbers here. 1 inch in Waldorf, 2 in Prince Frederick, 3 in Lesby, 4 in Scotland. I think we're in a good spot to hit those. Upper totals aren't going to be widespread. I don't think we're talking widespread 6 or 5 inch amounts. I think it really is like 2 to 3 up to 4, or 3 to 4 up to 5, 1 to 2 up to 3 in those respective zones. The big story, though, after this moves on out, we're going to be switching it on over to the cold. These are your feel-like temperatures tomorrow morning. Look how cold they get. Oh, And why is it going to be so cold? Air temperatures in the 20s, northeast gusts upwards of 45 miles an hour for some of you. That combination is going to make it feel brutally cold, where you're getting those feels like temperatures down to like 3 degrees, 5 degrees here in southern Maryland. Northwest of DC, you're getting down near 0. Up along the Mason-Dixon line, you're getting below 0. So, yeah, you got a lot to. Tomorrow isn't necessary. Even though the snow will wind up here tomorrow morning, or get out of here tomorrow morning, and you're not looking at snow all day, it will still be windy all day, gusts between 20 to 40 miles an hour, and that'll lead to blowing and drifting snow. It's going to make it feel a lot colder than it actually is, and tomorrow's not going to be fun. It'll be sunny by the afternoon, I think, but ooh. And I don't think we'll have any issues on Monday in our region. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I see lots of comments. It is snowing across the region, which we love. I mean, I love to see at least. And I like to see it when, it's kind of going as forecast, right? And yeah, so we're beginning to see that snowfall and temperatures are gradually falling. So right now, I think we are on track with what we've been tracking here the last couple of days. Our coastal storms are getting to get its act together. So I don't think we need to update anything too much right now. So I'm actually going to go get some dinner together. So we're going to wrap this up a little bit quickly, but we'll be back at 7 o'clock for a full-on update for you and kind of go over everything that's happening. So stay tuned to JB Weather. I will continue to have updates Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Links have been going in the sidebar there. Generally, it's at JB Weather. Twitter, it's at JB_weather. But we'll continue to track this and see what's going on. Snow is beginning to fall, and I think that we are only at the beginning. We will see a couple more hours or several more hours of snow to come. So have a nice and safe one, and keep it tuned right here to JB Weather for the latest information.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.